I've started to make some real progress. I've got some real understanding, as the friends in Unite Planet will verify. I'm talking and I've got insights into this whole thing. These are insights that for me, maybe every single person's whole situation is different. Okay, this is my truth. Okay, I'm not forcing it upon anybody or making you go, well, my life isn't like that, so why I'm failing. Nobody feels. Everything you do, you're supposed to do, right? Every mistake, you have chances to rectify it. Don't ever feel guilt, shame, all these negative emotions, right? Don't serve you, they drag you down. Okay, right, back to the Chinatown. So, end of summer's coming, and I've had some brilliant interactions. Higher dimensionally, I'm attuned now. I'm there. I'm meeting all sorts of things. I went to the Conscious Camp in Wales, Conscious Travel Gathering. I was smoking it, and okay, I'm walking around a field, and literally, I've got my eyes open, and there's a UFO covering the whole field. This huge UFO. Nobody else can see apart from me, because that's how it works. It's interdimensional. Just because if I say I can see it and you see no, you can't. That's your issue, that's not mine. I'm telling you. So look at this UFO over the top of the field, and this frame again, like that girl sent me. There's a frame comes and it just stops here. It's got this little sequence of dots moving around like this, just beside me. And I'm looking, and all the way down the field I just see this billowing UFO just sat over the field. And yes, you want everybody to experience this. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I'm hoping that somebody will go, fuck it, in on me, right? If anything that I talk about makes anybody wake up and go, right, that's what I'm here for. That guy chatted loads of shit, but the one thing he said there has triggered me. That's all I'm trying to do, is trigger people to go, to understand, you are sovereign, this is you. All this, okay, I'll tell you the metaphors because they really do work. We're spiritual beings experiencing a physical reality, okay? The ocean, you get a bucket of water. Is it a bucket of water or is it the sea? It's the sea. Well, that is the metaphor for life, okay? You have the universe, the whole one consciousness. When you come out, you are just a reflection, right? You're the bucket of the universe, okay? You're just a single slither on a fucking huge glitter ball, right? That's it. When you understand that and you put that into practice in your life will become so much simpler, okay? I'm not trying to sell you anything. You don't have to spend fucking $40 or send me £30 or give me a bank tip. It doesn't matter. Anybody that tries to charge you anything for information to raise you up ain't in it for it. This is a beautiful thing, man. I keep going back. I'm just a fella. I ain't nothing special. I'm just a fella that's starring in my show, that's created the reality that I want to live in, that stars in a movie he wants to be the star in, okay, that understands that there's roles that supporting cast have to play, and some of them are bad and some of them are good, okay? And when you're in it and the bad guys seem like they're terrifying and they destroy you and they can drive you on to suicide, okay, in some scenarios, but everything is there when you get out the other side of that. How you process that and use that information will dictate whether you have to do it again and have another shitty relationship, or you have to have another shit boss, or another, whatever the thing is that drags you down, right? Another argument with your kid that's bossing you, right? That's your choice, right? Learn your lesson. But the only way you learn it is by stepping out of yourself. That's what I found, right? Is observe yourself from the third person. Step out of every situation. When it comes, instead of jumping in because you're fucking right, or I'm sorry, whatever your go-to thing is. So I took a turn. I met Flower Lady. I'll call her Flower Lady. And then all of a sudden, every time I went in, eyes open or eyes closed, I would go in and say, "Show me what you got," and I would see these. You'd go into this not a tunnel. You'd go into a chamber where gods, these men, these big. There was men and there was a lot of black imagery, black women with big boobs. Alright, lots of sex thing. But they were a lot of gatekeepers in a lot of the sending me to wherever I wanted to go. Don't know whether that's connected to my psyche or my sexual preference or whatever it's connected to, right? So, but it was stepping up, and instead of seeing the scenario played out, I was the protagonist in the scenario. And so, memorable ones, I remember meeting my higher self. I didn't understand it at first. Basically, this guy comes in, he's like a bit of a beard, white, it looks like Zeus, Mount Olympus, that sort of style decor. And I'm walking down this marble path, road, and with this guy beside me, and he's showing me all these things through my life, but it's really fast. But because it goes super fast, you don't care because you understand it in that time thing. When they're showing it, you get it. I don't know whether your brain's on a different level or you're on a different level, so you're getting it super fast. And he's showing me these things, and then I'm getting it, and he's observing, and he's pointing, and I'm yeah, and everything he's saying or communicating to me, I'm understanding, and I'm getting it. And then we come to this, like a walkway over this bridge, and all of a sudden, as we're walking, he's walking towards me, this other guy comes and nudges him like that. And I look, and he goes, "Oh," as if this guy wants to stop the knowledge I'm getting. So then it plays again, and this time as I walk, this other guy walks, and he nudges him, and he sends him sprawling, and that guy comes in, takes over, and he puts me into this, under the bridge, and it feels like the bridge gets compressed, and all of a sudden my view's like that, and from that, seeing everything, I'm down into here, and I'm feeling squashed. But because I've had this feeling many times in different scenarios where I've been into places where higher dimensional entities have wanted to intimidate me, I play it out and I just accept it, and because I understand at some point it's a lesson for me. So as I came out of it, I thought, what's that about? And it dawned on me that the guy with the beard who was walking me through my life was my higher self, and through my learning, eventually my personality, which I've got a personality that's fucking massive, and I want to curb. I don't want to curb it. I like myself, but I always end up being the loudest person in the room. I always end up being the one that's got more to say, and as if I'm more important, and I'm not. And I wish I could. That's one thing I wish that I could just curb and go, listen. You have two ears and one mouth. You should listen twice as much as you speak. If I could do that, but I can't. I am trying. It's something I'm trying to address. One, the socialness, social etiquette. You don't want to be a fucking bloke. It's nice being funny. So that's what if you can learn like that, that'd be a great thing. That it becomes so transparent that you just go, oh, that's what that's about. But ultimately, a lot of it you don't see. It's not that straightforward. You get the download, and then at some point you work it out what this thing is that you were trying to understand. So once I'd hit that fish girl, I don't know why I call her fish girl, it's not fish girl, the flower girl, I wanted to go there again. So I kept going and going, please take me back, please take me back. What I started to get is, a lot of it's to do with your breathing. So I'm smoking, and I'm breathing, smoking, and breathing. Getting the whole thing working in unison. And pop, I'm popping into these high dimensional realities. So the next time I popped in, I remember what they said. Relax and occupy the space that they create for you. Which in other words is, they're high dimensional. If they're 5, 6, whatever they are, and I'm in 3. For me to exist there, they have to open up a space for me to exist in. Because I'm not. My brain, maybe it's not wired for it, whatever the thing is. So I took it on board. And so I started to have these interactions with these high dimensional beings. I turned up, I ended up on a platform. It looked like a platform, and to the left of me was this, looked like a laboratory, and on the right looked like the city. It looked like London. It looked like it was above. I was in a building in London, but in front of me, where the mirror was, where the window was in my house, was this blue, like a teleportation thing. And as I'm looking, I can't remember if I had my eyes open or my eyes closed. This man started to materialise in front. And he went, "Blessings, shall I show you around? You have dark hair." And it was real as real can be, and I'm there. I'm not hallucinating. "Shall I show you around?" And he said, "Come with me." So I'm looking, I see these people with white coats on, and they're just getting about the business. They don't even interest in me, and I'm on this platform thing. It's like glass below, and I step off with him, and I'm floating above the city, and I see all these people. It looks like an underground station, an entrance, and I'm thinking, I'm going to be on the news. They're going to be photographing some guy. That's what it felt like. I thought, they're all looking at me, and they can see me floating. It's so surreal, but it's so real to talk about it. You're a crank, right? I get it. I'm putting myself up as to be ridiculed. So people go, "You know, it's just I had it. I've been online and I've talked about some of these things, and people go, "You know, it's just hallucinations, don't you?" I know what hallucination is. Like, I know when the flow starts to give it that, and I know when the towel starts to turn into whatever. I get it. This isn't it, right? For the reason I'm going to get to in a sec. So I'm breaking through levels and levels and levels and levels. Okay. But what I could never do was I could never control where I landed. So next time I went in, as soon as I shut my eyes, I'm in this underground cavern, and I see this. Looks like the devil. He's got these horns, and he's there, and he looks at me, and then I see this sphinx. It looks like the Sphinx's face, but it looks like it's made of Lego, like all dominoes. You know when you see the dominoes fall? So it's like a domino Lego type Sphinx's face, and it starts to come towards me. But as it comes, the whole floor starts to, as if it's all dominoes. And do you know when you knock one and they all come and you see that domino effect? So it starts, and it comes towards me. And then as it comes here, because I've sort of, I'm not saying perfected it, I haven't perfected it, but because I have an awareness and know how to interact now through relaxing and not getting too happy, too sad, too emotional. I'm relaxing and experiencing and understanding the experience. So this Sphinx comes, and it's here, and we're moving, because I see the background moving, and we're moving, and it turns its head. But I'm looking, I'm turning myself, as I'm sat in my chair, or on the settee, I'm looking like this, and the Sphinx is there, and we're doing like a mind transference thing. We're communicating with each other all the time. We're moving, and I'm looking around it, around the front. We're travelling, and I'm observing, and he's observing me, like it's almost like two snakes, like that, right? But no, he's infinitely infinitely more advanced than me. But we're on a level. He isn't. A lot of the times you go in there and they're like, you're not worthy. You're not. Not supposed to be here. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're messing with. We'll take advantage of you, right? Because everything's new to you. You're going in naive. You're naive, right? I'm a naive traveller. I've learned my lessons. So we're observing each other, and we're having this mind transference, whatever he's talking to or telling me, or whatever it's telling me. And I'm just going, I've only got love, I've only got this passion, compassion, want of learning, you know. I've not got a ulterior motive, no agenda. I'm not here to sabotage or to. I don't want the secrets to anything. I'm just trying to work out what they're saying. When you start to see these things, these are real things in higher dimensions. So when you've been there quite a few times, you start to understand they exist. Right? That's it. They exist. So I've got countless, maybe 10 of these. If at some point somebody's interested, I will log them. Otherwise, it's just for my reference. But there's a downside. This is the thing when I go on Facebook and I go on some of the posts on other pages, a lot of it's young guys now, like under 20, 25, talking about, yeah, I went here and I shot off here. I'm not going to say that you can't do it. There's much I haven't done in this life, but I don't know whether, I think you have to be through some turmoil before you need to go and fix shit, right? That's my understanding. You can't fuck with this thing, right? As I've understood, and I've been burnt. Long and short, after summer went and come to winter, and I started smoking in the house, and smoking on the settee. I see this, as I'm sat there, eyes wide open, all of a sudden the ceiling just starts to melt, like paint just dripping down the walls. I see this frame just move down, like a translucent frame, and it's just floating around the room. It's come right down. Now as it goes back up, side partition wall here, I see these two heads pop round, and I say heads, they're translucent, so it's like not like butterfly wings, like dragonfly wings, that thin. And they came round, floating around, and they looked round the corner like that. And I'm thinking, when I look, they're going to go back, but they didn't. I had a feeling they were loved ones, people that have passed. My mum died when I was 19. I would love to. Do I know if she guides me? Yeah. Would I love her to just turn up? So I see these two things and they come round and they just go like this, slowly, 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 and then they're there, and it's about that big. It's a translucent, looks like dragonfly wings, but you know it's there because you've got your Changa eyes in. Like when you smoke the DMT, maybe some people don't get it. I think it's because I'm highly tuned in. I don't mean that in a, I'm better than you, and I'm saying it because I'm better. It's not about that. I think the fact that my mind is so open to every possibility, I don't shut my mind to anything. So I think anything is possible because I understand that this isn't it, right? So, if a fucking dragon flew over, it really wouldn't surprise me. So, these translucent beings come in, and I just reached up and I held them like that, and I could feel this energy in my fingertips, and then I started to cry. I think I cried a few times when I've been in or out or coming out because things have touched me. I've come out scared, come out like I'm never going doing it again because of some of the stuff that I've seen. But when I start to see these things, this was a different level, because it's like now, I'm wide awake. It's not like I'm at drunk and just in a trance. Because I've now smoked it so much that I go into a state where I'm an awareness of what's happening. So I see this, like I say, I'm holding these faces and they're there, and I'm looking, but you're sort of looking through them, and then they left me, and then there's a photo on the wall of my daughter that I haven't held for a couple of years, and they went over, and they just went right by the photo. But because there was no telepathic communication, they weren't aggressive. All I felt was love. So they read you, they know you. You know, we're an open book. It's that simple. So what happened then? Right. So basically, every time I went in, I was finding. I didn't know where I was going to land. Okay, I was seeing higher dimensional stuff, and then I was seeing this weird shit. What I started to see was people dying. Right. I turn up, and I end up in this Russian barbers. This Russian barber was dancing with his wife, and they were dancing around, and I'm observing it. And then he holds his chest like that, and he fell over. And next thing, I'm in his body, as his wife's like that, and she's crying, and I'm looking up, and I'm feeling him leaving his body, and I'm feeling her sorrow. And then I jumped out of that, and next thing, I'm in this kitchen in Italy with a guy laid on the floor, and as he's laid on the floor like this, I'm in him as his wife comes in, and his family are crying over him, and I'm looking because he's looking. And it was scary. Was it scary? It was. When I came out, I used to forget everything, and then I'm fully aware of most of it now, which is quite rare for a lot of people. They're lucky if they take anything from it, they take a lot of it in subconscious, but I started to be really aware of what was happening, and it made me understand that we're all one consciousness. So any conscious being, we can just jump in and jump out. So I'm sat on the settee, I was smoking it, and I just looked at the wall, and all of a sudden the wall just feels like this. This woman walked out, this green and white outfit, and as she walked out, she's in my living room, just at the end of the settee, and I'm looking, and she opens up into this like screen, and it just pours out. It's like paint, and it just comes and it goes through your eyes, and you get into your trance state, and it uploads to you. And I thought, so when that happened, and afterwards I was like, whoa, what the hell? So I started to go to myself, right, see if I can stabilise, open a portal. So anybody who's smoked it knows it stinks, right? It's proper smelly. Well, we don't smoke, we're not smokers, so when I'll come home from work, she'd go, "You've been smoking changa." I'd be like, yeah, it's not an issue, but you don't really want it in the house because it hangs around. So I was smoking at the back door, and the idea was I was going to smoke it at the back door, leave it at the back door, come in, go into the front room, sit and open a portal in the wall. Sounds like a great plan. So I smoked it, got it in the ashtray by the back door, walks through the kitchen, little galley kitchen, opens the doors, I walk in, a fucking different planet. My front room's not my front room. It's like, when I walked in I forgot what I was supposed to be doing. So I've opened the door, and there's all these beings. It looks like I'm in a party. Remember house party? It's like a house party. Remember house party? Can't you remember house party? It's like a house party, but there's all these different beings and some are like looking like, what are you doing here? Right? But I can't, I'm so in deep that I can't even communicate. I must be communicating, but it's almost like I'm just stood like that. 'Cause it took me ages and ages and ages, maybe. Because like you said, sometimes you remember the first 2 minutes, you remember the last 2 minutes, the bit in the middle, you don't know. So I remember looking round, seeing all sorts of stuff. I could describe them, but it doesn't really matter what they look like. At this moment, I'll answer it if anybody's actually interested. It's thick soup atmosphere, and I'm looking, and then these two women come over and they go, "Come on," and then I'm aware of my surroundings again, and it goes to, I'm back in my room. I thought, so next time I take a break, a day or two, I want to see if I can open the portal again. So the irony is not lost on me here. I've got this big map of the world, 6 foot by 5 foot, on the wall. So I take it off the wall and think, okay, I'm sitting and I'm thinking, right, try and open a portal behind the map. Start smoking, and then the radiator just starts to vibrate. And as I look above, the wall, about 8 foot of it just starts swaying like this. Starts swaying, and then it comes out, and then we've got Magnolia Wall, and it just turned into 3 men there, or 3 beings and 3 beings there. Like sat in, so 6 beings in these booths. They're all in 2 rows of 3. And this way, and then they converge together, and then they mix, and then they're the gatekeepers. That's what I understand, because I've done it 5 times now with the same scenario. And as they converge, it opens, and the wall, this the same one that came out the other wall, came through again. But this time, she's in this white and green suit, but armed like that, and she's activating me and everything. But as I'm being shown all this information, it's like you know everything, right? This is what I mean about the source, about where the sea and the drop of water, the universe, and we're just a fragment of it. When you go back to the source, you know everything. And that's what this is. We're tapping back into the higher dimensional source where we originally come from. We're not supposed to know this. This is like a cheat code for DMT, is a cheat code for learning the secrets of the universe, learning the secrets of who your true reality is. And when you see it enough times, the penny drops that that is what this is. Okay? So, showing me all this stuff, and it's pouring in, and I'm like this, and I know I'm stuck like that, but I don't want to be anywhere else because I don't want to break the connection. And this thing's going in, and everything it's showing me, I understand. Advanced mathematics, right? Physics, you couldn't imagine, right? I've seen people flying, I've seen things that you don't work here. Physics in higher dimensions, this earthly physics doesn't work, okay? So you can't make sense, you don't have to make sense of it. What you have to do is accept it, right? You're not meant to understand it. I'm not Einstein, I'm not Stephen Hawking, you know, and I don't profess to be. What I am is an explorer, a psychonaut. I like the idea of being a psychonaut, because anybody can be one. You just have to have balls of steel and an open mind, and a loving heart, and compassion. And I think that gets you a long way. It showed me that it gets you everywhere. So, I hope I'm not boring you. So I start to see all this stuff. Right. What I need to say is, the downside to Changa is, when you have the DMT experience and you open a pathway to higher dimensions. When you go to sleep, you connect straight back to them, right? So you have beautiful dreams. The downloads that you've had in the experience, your subconscious catalogues them and sorts it all out and uploads it so that you know. I know without knowing. If we talk about something, I get it, right? I really don't want to come across as somebody who fucking know-it-all, because I hate them people. I'm not trying to tell you anything. You can dismiss all of this and go, fucking crank on YouTube, right? It's just a fucking, whatever my motivation is. My motivation is, I've got this information inside me, I just want to get it out, okay? I joined Unite Planet through the synchronicity thing of my spiritual awakening, and we have the ability to be able to talk to, we've got, I don't know, 950 subscribers. So 950, if 400 people watch this video, and one person or 10 people go, thank you, man, this has given me an insight into what I'm struggling with. It give me a clue into half an idea of, let's put a few dominoes in place. That's it. If you can, Ralph Waldo Emerson, leave this world having a respect of clever men and the affection of children, that's success. That's it. I don't want to be seen as a fool, because I'm not a fool. I've got an open mind, an inquisitive mind, and I think I understand the nature of this reality. I understand what this is, right? So, right, the downside. So you go to bed and you have these DMT experiences. So I started waking up at 2 or 3 o'clock every morning and feeling there was somebody in the room. Start seeing these white figures floating in the room, in a pitch black room. Relax and occupy the space that we create. So this white figure would be just, I've seen many over my lifetime where I've seen like the girlfriend floating over the bed, or I've seen people stood at the end of the bed, and it didn't really bother me because before I thought it was just spirit family, or it was my mum or my granddad or somebody who just, my spirit guides just protecting me, so it doesn't really matter to me. So I'd start to see this white figure, and it was just there, just here by the bed. So I'd open my eyes, and I reached my hand and tried to reach it, and as I moved my hand, it moved away. And as I pulled my hand back, it moved toward me. And I'm like, that's it. I'm like, put up or fucking shut up. That's my, right? Don't fucking turn up in my house at 2 in the morning, wake me up, if you're not going to do anything. And then as I look, it just faded out. So this happened every night for 5, 6 nights. What happened was, this is in coinciding with the time when I've perfected the portal thing. But what I hadn't been doing is I hadn't been blessing myself. I hadn't been smudging correctly. Basically protecting yourself. As you open a portal, higher dimensional stuff, if you don't go in there with the right state of mind, there is some scary shit on the other side that wants to feed on you. I don't have all the answers, so I'm not going to start telling you it's this, it's that. Well, from the research I understand is they attach to you, they come in because the portal hadn't been shut. I hadn't shut the portal, I just, as I phased out and the portal closes, I thought it was it, but negative energy was coming in, and because I'd smoked it a few times in the bedroom, we were all around the house, and night time I'd start seeing these figures in the corner. One morning I woke up and I felt like my balls were being squeezed like that, and I'm asleep, so I wake up. I looked down thinking maybe I've chopped my knackers or something, and I thought, that's weird. So the first time you think, it's just you know, I fucking laid wrong. So second time and I'm asleep. Just before I wake, put these fingers in my mouth. So I'm biting these fingers. And what the fuck? So I wake up and I look at my hand thinking I must have been doing that because I was choking. It wasn't. They weren't my fingers. So I was really spooked by it, and I thought, so I rang my mate who I get the changa off, and I went, I think I've opened, I think something's come through the portal, negative energy, and he's gone, have you been smudging? And I went, yeah, of course I have. But I hadn't for a lot of the time. He went, this isn't stuff you can fuck about with. I thought all higher dimensional stuff was happy-go-lucky and it was all positive, but it ain't. There's a whole fucking network of shit out there that people don't understand. That, you know, poltergeist and attachment, negative, demons, all this stuff that people summon, and satanic stuff. That I'm not interested in that stuff because I don't want to think that the world's run by, I don't know, the Archons, reptiles, reptilians, whatever. That's not my forte, so I'm not going to start talking about that. You know, but because this thing is a virtual reality, these things exist. Negative things exist. So then I start to get spooked out, but that's on love and light. Okay, don't deal with it. So then within a couple of days I go to sleep and I wake up and I feel this weight on me, like a heavy weight laid over me. I'm laid in bed on my own, and I'll tell you straight, I feel like, men will get this, you've got a hard on, you know, you wake up, you've got a hard on. It felt like I had a hard on beside my leg, but I'm thinking, that's not mine, right? So as you start having this awareness that you're waking up, I feel this weight on top of me, and I've got this dick, or this feels like this dick beside my thigh. I wake up like, what the fuck? And in my sleep, I'm rolling this thing off, and I wake up, and I reach down, and I'm like, I ain't got no hard on. This is so real. This is the negative energy stuff that I've been drawing in. I can't remember. I think there might have been something else, but I can't. It slips my mind now. After that, I thought, fuck this, right? So I got some Palo Santo, like a wooden blessing herb thing. Fucking burnt a lot, every corner of every room in the house. I called in my spirit guides. I called in anybody who fucking help, and just said, look, I've opened these portals in my home. I did it with naivety, but I did it with love and intention to just learn. I fucked up because I thought I've let negative energy in. Please leave. You know, you're not welcome. You're not. I'm not summoning the devil. I'm not looking to do no black shit, right? Some darkness thing. I just wanted some answers to the nature of reality. Naively, I went in, and I went in all guns blazing. So I went round, smudged every room. I smudged myself, I smudged the girlfriend. I had to say to her, you know, look, I fucked up a bit here, blah blah blah. And touch wood, for 2 weeks, slept like a baby, and it's all good. I've missed out quite a few other experiences, so I'll give it a break now because I will talk again. I hope this has been enlightening. I hope you'll have a drink, have a smoke, put it on telly with your mates, and maybe chew the fat about it. I hope that you get some of it. I've got nothing to gain. I've got nothing to lose. I'm telling my story, okay?